timely theme in the post-pandemic recovery phase and in line with Indonesia's G20 presidency this year. Recover together, recover stronger. Kicking off this event, I would like to kindly invite the Ambassador of the European Union to Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam, His Excellency Vincent Piket, to deliver his opening remarks. Your Excellency, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Master of Ceremony. Your Excellency, Suharso Monoarfa, the Minister of National Development Planning of the Republic of Indonesia. Your Excellencies, the Deputy for Maritime and Natural Resources, Mr. Arifin Rudianto, Deputy for Economic Development, Ibu Amalia Adinanggar. I greet the ambassadors of the EU member states, Indonesia, and their staffs who are plentifully present here tonight. Greetings also to the representatives of the EU-supported projects in Indonesia. I greet the press, media corps here, and of course, all dear colleagues, dear friends, welcome this evening to this very brief and I hope very nice ceremony to launch our annual book on cooperation between Indonesia and the European Union. Now, it's very clear that 2021 was a very strong reminder for everybody of the need for connectivity and the need for cooperation if we want to address the global and cross-border threats that we all face. And here, Team Europe, that is to say the European Union institutions, as well as the EU member states, have supported Indonesia on the COVID-19 response and its recovery. We have done a lot of work together, supporting Indonesia on the emergency response, the public health and hygiene measures, and assistance to vulnerable communities, as well as vaccines. As Indonesia, as well as the rest of the world, are now entering a recovery phase after the pandemic is over, Team Europe has launched the Team Europe Green Initiative to support the green recovery in Southeast Asia as a whole, and that includes Indonesia, evidently. And our goal is to help build a sustainable and climate-resilient future. The initiative includes proposals for clean, affordable and secure energy, for the protection of biodiversity and sustainable landscapes, of which Indonesia evidently has many, for the promotion of circular economy and the development of sustainable food systems, as well as green and smart cities. Collectively, the EU member states and the EU institutions, the EU Development Bank, the European Investment Bank, as Team Europe, we are supporting Indonesia's G20 presidency in 2022. Recover together, recover stronger. And with the EU's global financing program, called Global Europe, we will continue to cooperate with Indonesia on innovation and increasing readiness for future crises. We don't only work on cooperation programs, but also on trade. And at the end of the day, the European Union is Indonesia's fourth largest trading partner, with close to 25 billion euros worth of trade last year. We are also a top investor in Indonesia, with over 25 billion euros on foreign direct investment stocks. And we're looking more forward to complete as fast as we can the comprehensive economic partnership agreement between Indonesia and the EU to further expand this voluminous trade and investment cooperation. Bappenas, of course, is a key partner for us in doing all of that. Bappenas plays a crucial role in shaping Indonesia's national development planning and in giving the directions for the long-term course that your economy is to take. Bappenas coordinates the work for the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and their integration in national policies. And These roles make Bappenas for us an essential partner if we want to discuss cooperation. So thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for that cooperation. And the result of that cooperation is what you're going to see in a short while in the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication 2022-2023, which we are launching today. In this publication you will find real stories, human life stories that showcase very innovative projects of cooperation for sustainable development, for biodiversity, for smart urbanization, research and higher education, and much, much more. And if you read these stories, then you will see how the EU and the EU member states' development programs have indeed contributed not just to the strategic developments and reforms of Indonesia, but also have produced concrete benefits for the lives of the Indonesian citizens. And above all, I think, Honourable Minister, the stories very much illustrate the strength and the vitality of our partnership in the face of the very dire global challenges that we all face, and it shows what we can do together. So thank you very much for your presence this evening, Honourable Minister, and thank you everybody for your presence as well, and thank you in particular the EU member states and the ambassadors here for contributing to this effort as Team Europe in Indonesia, and I hope you will later on enjoy the lovely publication that we're going to launch. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. For our next speaker, please join me in welcoming His Excellency Suharso Monoarfa, Minister of National Development Planning of the Republic of Indonesia. Your Excellency, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam MC. Oh yeah, I have my friend here, the Minister of Health, Bapak Budi Gunawan Sadikin. Thanks for coming, Pak. His Excellency, Mr. Vincent Piket, the EU Ambassador for Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. Excellency, EU Ambassadors, delegation, and the European Union in Indonesia, representative from Indonesian ministry and agencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be here today for the launching of the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication 2022, which is an important event for Indonesia and EU. I do appreciate the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication as it provides comprehensive overview on objective activities and outcomes of the cooperation between the EU and Indonesia. The publication gives an example evidence of our joint work to achieve peace, prosperity, and sustainability of our people and planet. Furthermore, I would like to take this opportunity to convey my gratitude to the European Union and EU member states for your great support over the last decades to the government of Indonesia in ensuring efforts to achieving the development targets as outlined in the National Medium-Term Development Plan and in Sustainable Development Goals Agenda. The EU and EU member states, as we call the Team Europe, has also been supporting Indonesia to get through COVID-19 pandemic responses and COVID-19 green recovery in Indonesia. To that end, I would like to express my deep appreciation to the EU member states for this valuable support, and I do hope to continue our strengthened collaboration in the future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, all countries in the world are now facing a difficult situation and downside risk from the global economic slowdown. Fuel and food prices have increased rapidly, creating inflation pressure that hits vulnerable population, particularly in low-income countries. At the same time, many countries, including Indonesia, have more limited policy spaces as fiscal policy needs to be consolidated after extraordinary spending during COVID-19 pandemic. Further, today's monetary policy room is also limited due to the end of policy tightening in response to high inflation. In this challenging situation, the recovery process could be disrupted and uneven. At the same time, emerging countries, including Indonesia, needs high growth to recover the economy and eliminate the scarring effect of COVID-19 pandemic. I just got the information. This is the. I'm happy to inform. Just released today, the Q1 growth for Indonesia is 4.82% year-on-year, and investment grade is for a growth is 4.02%. Having this situation, I strongly advise that Indonesia and EU have to further strengthen our collaboration, in particular for building confidence, developing a more creative policy mix, as well as developing other innovative intervention in order to maintain Indonesia's and Europe momentum to recover stronger. In this context, the Indonesia G20 presidency took the term Recover Together, Recover Stronger, which aims at reducing uneven global recovery and maintaining the momentum of recovery. We do hope that the EU and EU member states will be able to support the three main pillars of our G20 presidency that are essential for such recovery. Those are strengthening global health architecture, digital economy transformation, and energy transition. We are embarking our commitment to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals agenda by 2030, realizing that we only have 8 years remaining to achieve the 2030 agenda. As the coordinator of SDGs activities in the G20, the Development Working Group is well positioned to accelerate SDGs achievements. Having in line with the European Green Deal principles, we are linking sustainable recovery and SDGs achievement with 4 priority issues of the Indonesia G20 presidency in the Development Working Group. Firstly, strengthening recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic and ensuring resilience in developing countries to withstand future crises through 3 key focused areas: MSMEs and informal sectors, adaptive social protection, and green economy and blue economy through low carbon development. Secondly, scaling up innovative financing instruments through blended finance implementation for sustainable development in developing countries. Thirdly, renewing global commitment to multilateralism for sustainable development. And fourthly, coordinating SDGs achievement progress in the G20. This year's EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication term Stronger Together captures EU and EU member states' great support to Indonesia, which cover many areas including health, environment, climate change, and economic cooperation. These are very much in line with Indonesia's development priorities outlined in our medium-term development plan and the 4 priority issues of Indonesian G20 presidency in the Development Working Group, which is I just mentioned earlier. We realize that the challenge ahead will be more complex and unprecedented. Innovation and a leapfrog are very much needed to advance Indonesia's economic development for achieving the 2045 vision. We need to seek new development pathway and new economic development model in the post-COVID-19 pandemic to accelerate the recovery process and transforming the economic structures of Indonesia. In this context, Bappenas is setting up the new Indonesian economic transformation agenda post-COVID-19, and the economic transformation roadmap is expected to be finalized by the end of this year. As a part of Indonesian economic transformation agenda, we are setting green economy and blue economy to be new sources of Indonesian future economic growth. At the moment, green economy has been mainstreamed in the National Medium-Term Development Plan 2020 to 2024 in our national priority number 1, quality and equity in growth, as well as in national policy number 6, environment, disaster, climate resilience. Furthermore, given the fact that Indonesia is an archipelagic nation with abundant natural capital, we believe that an economic transition towards green economy and blue economy is very much essential. To this end, we are expecting that EU and EU member states could provide strong support to Indonesia in embracing Indonesia economic transformation, as well as progressing the development of green economic and blue economy, which will benefit to the people's prosperity in our regions. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude my remarks, I would like to highlight some points to put forward. Firstly, we need to have a better coordination in managing the cooperation implementation. I would suggest to develop a knowledge management system as an instrument for delivering more significant results and to foster a more meaningful network. Secondly, the EU and Bappenas could explore and discuss alternative innovative financing for Indonesia's development due to limited availability of conventional financing resources. Scaling up innovative financing instruments will also align with the one of G20 presidency priorities issue. We greatly appreciate the EU's continuous commitment and support to Indonesia's development and G20 presidency. I sincerely hope that our cooperation would be strengthened and fostered in the future for the prosperity of our nation and people. I believe that coming together is beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. I do thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication 2022-2023 contains not only highlights from the EU's development programs, but also programs from EU member states in Indonesia. I would like to invite His Excellency Vincent Piket and His Excellency Suharso Monoarfa back on stage to unveil the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication 2022-2023. Thank you, Ambassador Piket and Minister Monoarfa. Now is the time for Ambassador Piket to hand over the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Publication 2022-2023 to Minister Monoarfa and to take pictures. Now, a short overview of the publication will now be played on the screen.
On behalf of all EU ambassadors accredited to Indonesia, I'm happy to present to you today the EU-Indonesia Cooperation Book.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the short teaser of the publication. I would now kindly ask and invite Ambassador Piket and Minister Monoarfa and Your Excellencies, ambassadors of the EU member states, to join us here in front of the stage for a group photo.
I will invite some of them.
Is this the idea?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, everyone. We have arranged to have the publication delivered to your respective offices after today's event. A few copies are available at the front desk for you to browse through. To the members of the press, Ambassador Piket and His Excellency Minister Monoarfa will be available for a 10-minute doorstop interview here near the flags. Kindly follow our colleague, and any follow-up questions can also be addressed to the email address on the press release.